Good morning, folks. Just smiling early because got 2 emails within the last week, within the last few days, asking me if we're going to have tents this year. And if you remember last year, last summer, July, August, September, even into early October, we had 3 tents up. One behind me here, one in front of the Lexington Clubhouse, and then one at Gate Circle. And there was a lot of consternation around those tents. And then we put them up, and they seemed to be a smash hit. But no, we're not going to have tents this year, thankfully. But I get a kick out of that because you just never know, how much people enjoy that eating outside. But we have patios at all of our sites, including Gate Circle, and with umbrellas. And so please, for those of you who enjoyed eating outside last summer when the weather was good, please continue to do that, because we have that opportunity here in Williamsville at the clubhouse and at Gate Circle as well. We would be happy to serve you out there. Want to continue to recommend, I know we have been using the honor system with masks. Of course, staff members will continue to wear masks for the foreseeable future throughout the community, and staff members, visitors, contract employees, personal care aides, everybody, all those folks have to wear a mask. Residents, obviously we're using the honor system. We hope that you continue to wear your masks through the common areas. We're not going to scold you as maybe we once did if you don't, but we hope that you continue to do that. It's important, right? I mean, the reality is you can get the COVID virus even if you've been vaccinated. We have at least one staff member who, in fact, that happened to. The reality is that it doesn't mean that the vaccine isn't great. It is. Most of us have gotten the Pfizer vaccine here within Canterbury Woods, and some of us have gotten the Moderna and others, but nothing's 100%, and even if you do get the COVID virus once you've been vaccinated, what the data is overwhelmingly showing is that it prevents serious illness, hospitalization, etc. So, we're all out and about more. I've been traveling a lot lately. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I have, because I didn't travel like all of us for a long time, but I've had graduations and other things. I just got back from Charleston a couple of days ago, and I'm actually going back in a week for the PGA Championship, so I'm excited about that. But I've been in a lot of airports, and I can tell you, in airports, everybody has the mask on airplanes. Everybody has a mask on, and I'm sure there are people in both places that don't like it, but they're very, very, very strict about it. It's a federal mandate within airports and planes now, so people are complying. Really haven't had any problems, but the airports are packed, just like they were previous to the pandemic. I don't know what the data shows, but to my eye, they're packed. The planes are packed. I guess that's a positive thing from an economic standpoint and from a people getting out and about standpoint. But again, I know all of us are getting out and about, and that's awesome. We're out eating at restaurants, visiting with families, and moving forward with our lives. Just continue to recommend wear your mask when appropriate, when going in and out of public places, when certainly here at Canterbury Woods, if you can, it's a good idea. A couple other things. We are going to continue to maintain the security booth here in Williamsville, at least for another month or so, and we'll see how that. We'll continue to evaluate the need on that. It may or may not go away towards the end of the spring, early summer. The AccuShield system that we have, where all of our visitors sign in, is pretty much here to stay. We like that system from the standpoint is that it makes all people that come in the building have to register, which sometimes people didn't, sometimes people did. It's all automated, which is great, so it lets us track a bunch of different things. How much longer we continue to use that as a temperature-taking device remains to be seen. Chances are that'll go away as a necessary part of the system. You know, who knows? Relatively soon, I guess. But for now, we're going to keep that in the system. There's a bunch of questions that have to be answered. Chances are those questions will change over time as we continue to move through the COVID pandemic, and we can modify those questions on an ongoing basis. But the AccuShield system will stay. Jeff's thrilled about that because he has to maintain that. And security will stay for now. You know, it's been great as we continue to open up the communities. Most things are open at this point. We're doing on-site marketing now. So bringing people in from outside, all of them have to be vaccinated in order to come on site. We get their cards first, but it allows people, different new people, to come in and see our communities again. So that's exciting. There's many new residents at both sites that I have simply only briefly met, or maybe never even met, over the last 14 months. Because of COVID, of course. So we are instituting the new resident breakfast again. Historically, what I've done is every 3 months or so, I've had a resident breakfast for all the new residents that have moved in during that previous 3-month period. It allows me the opportunity to sit down and talk with them, get to know them a little bit. I always say that for new residents, I'm far and away the least most important person in their lives. I don't have as big of an effect on them on a day-to-day as the housekeepers and the maintenance staff and the front desk and the concierge and dining and all of those folks. So we try to go through the orientation process, get them as comfortable as they possibly can, and then gives me the opportunity to sit down with them after the fact. So that's going to start again. I think some of you have been contacted if you're new residents. That's exciting for me. So I get to meet some people that I haven't. We're going to have our first on-site board of directors meeting in a couple of weeks here in this room. Many of the board members I haven't seen in person in 14, 15 months. We're going to do on-site strategic planning for the organization in this room. Many residents are going to be actively involved in that. Excuse me. So it's many of those normal day-to-day business as normal things are comforting. And it's nice to see that happen. One last thing, this is our last live town hall meeting. It's been almost 14 months. Here I am wiping my, or itching my nose again. You can tell it's approaching allergy season. I got a lot of consternation or a lot of feedback for itching my nose last year when the message was, don't touch your face, don't touch your face. So this is allergies creeping up on me. But this is my last, this is our last live town hall meeting. When we started this 14 months ago, almost to the day, we were doing it 3 days a week, and we were doing it there was so much information coming out at that time. It was coming out in bucket loads every single day. So kind of did it so that we had the opportunity to get that information out on a consistent basis and answer people's questions and give people some sense of comfort knowing that we were looking at a lot of different things and so on. And it kind of turned into this repetitive thing. And over the 14 months, I want to thank everybody for all the positive feedback. And we did this principally for the residents, of course, but because we posted it on YouTube, which was something that we just kind of did. We honestly didn't really put much thought into it, other than trying to think about how we were going to consistently get the message out. because we've been able to post it on YouTube, what a wonderful piece of technology that's been for us. So many other people have been able to look at it, family members, staff, and so it really served as a fantastic communication tool for us on an ongoing basis over the last 4 months. I've gotten feedback from colleges and college students and professors and public health people that have watched it, picked it up over this many months, have commented to me on it, on what an effective tool is, and have asked me certain things on it. So, thank goodness for the level of technology that we have in this day and age through this pandemic, that we're able to really harness a lot of that for our communication purposes. So with that, I want to thank everybody. Certainly keep communicating with me, but we're going back to the traditional town hall meetings, and my first one is actually live, which I'm looking forward to. Live town hall meeting next Monday with the residents together for the first time in probably about 15 months at Gate Circle. Thanks, everybody.